fall in no time. We're seeing some offensive ward placement, some offensive clairvoyances here in the jungle. They just got hawk-shotted, so there's no secrets here. And so if this were me right now, I'd be going to Dragon, and that is exactly what they're going to do. They're going to place that defensive ward down and pick this thing up in a matter of seconds. And there is nothing Win can do about it. They do not want to walk into this. It is always pretty good to be on the defensive at Dragon, even if you've already engaged it. Especially since they had the ward up, they'll know who's coming in what order. And we see a Dragon timer pop right there. Always good to know when your Dragon's coming up. And this is just MOZ widening that gold gap. They're getting into a position where they're just going to be overwhelming in power. I'm sure there's a Dragon Ball Z joke in there somewhere, but I am too proud to make it. A whole lot of nothing going on right now. They're just kind of waiting to see what happens. He's dancing around. Rumble looks like he's out of position here. He's going to get flipped. Warwick flashes in, gets the ult off, but to no avail. Sports Canadian goes down, but Kennen is picking up kill after kill after kill here. And Warwick, his lifesteal is nothing to compare to Yee's right there. Kennen going to town all over and maybe doing her best to get out. She's laying a wall down. And you know what? The other missed walls you placed in Nivea, they maybe not mattered, but that one really did. As hard as it is to perfectly time those walls when you're being chased down, you got to practice that. That caused your death here. Rumble gonna do some flame spray all over the place. Try to get the creeps back, and Team Win here under heavy assault. They've all but ceded control of their top jungle. As much as Dr. Idiot wants to go up there and go to town, he knows he's in a bad position even with Soraka support. So they're giving up blue. I would say for the rest of the game now, blue is firmly in MOZ's control. There's almost no chance of Team Win being able to retake their own blue without some serious counterattacks. Yep, and definitely seeing right now, they're going to go ahead and kill those wolves. I mean, it's extra CS, why not? And really, I would say at this point, they're just afraid to go anywhere. Singe is wailing on the golems. They're checking out Dragon. It looks like we're probably going to see a ward get dropped down here. I didn't personally see one, but I wouldn't be surprised if it was there. And they're just kind of trying to dance around. Figure out, can we take Baron? Is now a good time? And honestly, at that point in the game, it was. They probably could have grabbed Baron before Team MOZ could have responded, as they were all going back. But seeing as though Team Win is in a defensive position right now, losing a team fight at Baron or losing control of Baron itself due to one or two members of your team dropping and then having the rest fall back, it's definitely a lot better just to leave that Baron alone. They probably put a ward down. It's a lot better to go back and fight at Baron when the other team is committed. If they knew what I know, they probably would have taken it, but there is no way that I would have gone for that in that position, so I can't fault them at all. Yee picking up tons and tons of creep score there. He's getting his farm on. He's hitting level 15. He is nigh unstoppable, especially with that Stark's fervor in the middle of his team. Caitlyn's going to be very appreciative of that. Kennen's going to be very appreciative. And I don't see very many Stark's fervors in my games. I don't know why. I love the item. I love all the aura items, actually. Frozen Heart, Stark's Fervor, Aegis, Mana Manipulator. All these items are just solid. Nivea, fail wall again. I'm sorry, I keep reiterating on that. Looks like we had a pro Sona ult, getting all 4 members to dance. Hero is picking up 2 kills there. They're on the run. And Singe is probably going to go in there. He doesn't care. Nope, they decide it's too risky. They're going to back off a little bit and just cement that advantage. They say, why fight this team fight here under their tower in their base when we can just either take Baron or force a fight at Baron, during which we will win because it is a 5v4. Team win. Not entirely certain if they want to go in there and try to stop that. And at this point, it is irrelevant. Baron is in control of Team MOZ. I say that like Baron's an evil mastermind. I should say Team MOZ is in control of Baron. Because we all know Sports Comedian is a mastermind. And to see him go up against Baron, well, I don't think he could solo it in a game of wits. With a little bit of help, I think he might get up there. Some more back and forth here. This is exactly what I do if I am facing a team that has Baron and I'm on the defensive. Try to keep your creep waves pushed up to the river. You want as much of a buffer zone as you can gather. Because if all 5 members decide they want to push one lane, well, you know what, you might be able to stop them at the one lane. But if your minions weren't pushed up to the river, you might just give up another tower. Without anybody having to be there at all. We're going to see another dragon go down, widening that gold gap. No contest. None at all. If Team Win even knows that they picked it up, there's nothing they can do, and it really doesn't matter at this point. So it looks like we're waiting for a form up here. As best as I can tell, they tried to push that minion wave down bottom so they can go ahead and come up on mid. They want to make sure nobody's in the jungle going to flank them. They want to see if they can pick up any creeps that they can just to deny the enemy team a little bit of gold. And they're going to be posting up positions here. Looks like we had a double CV right there. No secrets once again. And honestly, when you have Baron, you don't need to be entirely too sneaky anyway. You can go in there, you can kick ass, take some names, and get those turret hits in. That Ash arrow may have been a little premature. There was definitely a better way to get them off the tower. And what that did is give everybody else the green light to go in there and unload. Alright, so we're seeing that was a 2 for 0. In favor of Team MOZ. They're going to get this tower. They might even get Ash. Ash on the ignite. Gets flipped over Singe's shoulder. Kennen finishes off. And this is, I'm not going to say it was a blowout because that during the beginning of the game it was definitely looking like it was going to be in Team Win's favor. But as I pointed out earlier, I think the lack of a dedicated tank and initiator on behalf of Team Win has really started to come out. Especially since you're just now seeing people pick up MR. And that's to stop Kennen. It's a little bit too late. And one Negatron cloak not going to help you out all that much. Especially since as we look at Kennen here, he's beefy as anything anyway, and he's got 495 AP. He does not really care about your resist, especially since knowing this build here, he's probably got Magic Pen regardless in his rune slots. Team MOZ playing it smart here. They didn't want to go ahead and push to those Nexus turrets. They said the inhibitors are enough for now. We're going to gather some more gold. We're going to get buffed up. We're going to make sure none of our towers are in any danger at all before we decide we want to come back in. And that is just good, solid gameplay right there. I think on the teamwork side, I'd definitely say Team MOZ is teamwork looks a bit more practiced. I wouldn't be surprised to hear that they scrimmaged quite a lot leading up to these games. Meanwhile, it looks like Team Win. They were doing great in the beginning, and I'm gonna say that they're playing better than I do. But at the same time, it's just the teamwork doesn't appear to be there in the level that it is present in Team MOZ. Yeah. Going back through the jungle, going to pick up this bottom tower. Probably push the inhib. I see Ashe there. Ashe has a Banshee's Veil right now. Definitely a good choice on her. She knows she's going to get focused a lot. Singe realizes he's taking tower hits, runs away. Not that it matters. That tower dropped so fast you would think it was made of butter. And we're going to see what could possibly be Team Win's last stand at this turret. If they get ace at this point, it is good game, no questions. And they know it. You got people popping elixirs, you've got people trying to keep their Banshee's Veil up, if at all possible. They're not worried half as much about this middle tower here as they are about their inhibitor tower. With 3 inhibitors gone, it is damn near impossible to keep your Nexus alive without a concerted team effort. And as we see, having to send one person over just to take care of the super minions is really, really going to be detrimental to the defense effort over here. If that were me, I perhaps would have sent Anivia over there with her ult. She can clear creeps a lot better. And Ashe's Banshee's Veil may have paid off there instead of Warwick staying. See, he's down for another 35 seconds. That last inhibitor's gone. These towers are going to fall in short order. Sona's going to keep everybody alive, no problem. Even she's getting some hits in. And here are the final scores, the final creep scores. That's all that's relevant. That's all she wrote. Nexus is open to attack. Super minions are beating on it. Caitlyn's going to town. And what we have here is Team MOZ moving on into the semifinals of the Fever Season 1, end of Season 1, in-house tournament. That was a very, very good game on behalf of both of our competitors there. And I will see you after the jump. This is Agent of Zion with Fever LoL Commentaries.